Hello, my name is Audrey, and welcome to part 2 of this bed we made. If you want to check out part 1, I'll put a link in the description below. But this is a hotel murder mystery set in the 50s, and choices matter in this game. The problem is, I've already been regretting some of my decisions, so I hope I'm gonna get a good ending, but it might be bad as well. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into it. Okay. So now I have the master key. So progress, we have M&H. We have all signs point to 509. So let's go to room 509. The writing on the door. The master key, Weeping Wendy. I helped her. And a breaking point. Beth and I agreed that the graffiti left on Linda's door was most likely Wendy's doing. I hate to say it, but Linda's given her enough cause after all. Room 509. 509. Where is it?
Oh, I do have 506 next on my list. Should I pop in before checking out 509?
Of course. Wow. Well, there was a celebration here.
Boy, someone's been living it up.
What does it say? Do not disturb? Or they don't want me to clean it? What the? Sorry for the mess? I'll clean it. It's my job. Kisses on the mirror. All clean. No towels needed. Oh, the sound. Inspect.
What's the story behind this?
Is it covered in chocolate? I'm not gonna throw it away. It's her shoe.
Another fan of The Gossiper. I never did finish that article from this morning. That feels like so long ago now.
With this new shade, he'll wish he stayed. This is so weird. Is there anything in here? I'm gonna clean this. Can I open the safe? Doesn't seem like it. What is this? Did he really just scold us for talking? These Montreal cab drivers, I swear. I know, I thought he'd appreciate us trying to make conversation. Thank God for good old-fashioned pen and paper at least. Yeah, it takes me back. At least Sister Gabrielle isn't here to confiscate them anymore. So like I was saying, are you ready for your week-long bridal shower, Mrs. Hubert? Stop it, Simone. I'm not Mrs. until we walk down the aisle, and this week is for thinking about anything but that. That's right. We're making the most of this week before I lose you to the jaws of married life. I would never. I won't be another Andrea, I promise. Leanne, he's going to kick us out if you keep making me laugh. Oh. I don't know if I should throw these out. They seem personal. They seem like personal items. Let's empty the trash. Let's close this. My gosh, they had fun. The ball. They went to the ball. They took a sign.
Not exactly
What is
a cherished
this?
gift. If you just left it behind like this.
What the? What is this image? And I'm not going home without a prize. Dear my beloved Leanne, much as I would have loved to spend this Valentine's Day with a woman who's about to become my Mrs. Hubert, I'll happily make do with the lifetime of Valentine's Days awaiting us. Enjoy your week in Montreal. I'll be eagerly awaiting your return and the start of our new life together. Love, Gregory. Don't let Simone rope you into anything crazy. Tell her I need my bride back in one piece. Your bride can do whatever she wants. This Valentine's Day, I'm on the hunt. That's corny. Okay. Anything here? I mean, it seems like they left the room, so I'll just clean up everything. What is this? Okay. Anything else? This. I'll throw it away. They left it there, so... their loss. And a balloon! And wait, this thing is crooked. Ah, there we go. Okay. Everything looks good. And can I take this? Doesn't seem like it. I'll take my leave. Now, let's go to room 509. In here. Yeah. It seems empty.
More work for poor Rebecca. Hang in there, Reb.
What is all
Looks
this?
like someone had quite the shopping spree.
I'll leave it open. Huh. A big bag. Okay, so this room is bigger than the other ones. But where's the bed? Someone slept on the couch. It would seem. I smell a fight.
I'll hold off on throwing this out just yet. The food's practically untouched. One of our more expensive bottles. Was there a special occasion?
Huh. They'll have a nice surprise when they open it. Let's clean that. And this? Ugh. There you go. Cleaning the corners. All clean.
Looks like someone tore that note apart, but I'm missing some pieces. I can't
Really?
make out what's written. Maybe I'll find more of those torn paper pieces if I keep cleaning the room.
But what does it say? A secret message. Wait, what is this? Sleeping solo. Room 509 is one of our suites, and Marcella and Hector have certainly made it feel quite lived in. There's a lot to look through, so I'd better get started. The answers I'm looking for might not be readily apparent, but when in doubt, clean. I'm sure something will come up. One half of the cruises seems to have made their own sleeping arrangements on the room's couch. Whether that was voluntary or at the demands of the other is unclear. And lo and behold, a little bit of cleaning up later, and I stumbled upon something curious, a message of some kind, torn up and discarded. But what does it say? If this first piece was discarded so carelessly, then I might have a chance of finding the others. But can we find out what it says? Or there's just pieces of it. I have to find the pieces. Okay. Let's do that. What is this?
These are lovely. I wish you'd had more confidence in yourself.
Oh, I still love you as much as I did on the day I met you. It seems like only yesterday. It seems like he was trying, or they were trying to start a letter and couldn't find the words. That's sweet. I'll put it back. Let's clean this. All good and new. What is this? Moodle. What is Moodle? Each Moodle tablet contains 4 active ingredients: aspirin and caffeine. Is this for headache? It's a clue. It's a clue to what? They were trying to renew their vows. A Moodle package. Ah, to relieve menstrual cramps? What is this little thing? Mr. Hector Cruz, insurance agent. Protect the dream. Okay. So we found out that he's an insurance agent from Texas. Some roses. Because of the storm, the reception's not great. What is this? An old... Okay. Let's pick it up. So they're visiting. Expenses. Montreal vacation? He was tracking everything? I'm assuming it's he. Because of his job, but could be wrong. That could be the source of a dispute. Maybe she thought he was calculating too much. I'm just saying. But I found a clue. What was it? Trip expenses. A list detailing the cruise's expenses during their trip to Montreal. I mean, it seems excessive to write everything down. Could be annoying. Can't click on that. Okay. If they're there to have fun. But maybe they're on a tight budget, so I don't know.
This person looking for you back in Texas, was he really just a coworker?
Huh? Dear son, I cannot believe you decided to renew your vows so far away from the family. Your father and I are very disappointed, and so are your sisters. Everyone hates you. Montreal, what a strange destination. I would not be surprised if this was another one of your wife's ideas. That's not very nice. I met Luciana in town yesterday. She has 5 children, 3 boys, 2 girls, and is pregnant again with her 6th. Juan has just bought them that nice house on the corner of Prado and Ramos. Imagine if you had married her like you were supposed to. If his wife read that, you never recover from that. You would have your own family by now. That's awful. Shame on you. Yesterday, I also drove by your home to get the mail. As I was leaving, I met a man who was looking for you. I think he's one of your colleagues from work, but I'm not sure. I told him you were in Montreal and would be back next week. When do you come back exactly? I need to know. I hope you can be there for your uncle's birthday party on Friday. I'll make your favorite cake. Your mama. Well, thanks, mama. Let's inspect this. What is this?
SW. Looks like you had a few appointments with him, Mr. Cruz. Or her.
SW? We have a regional meeting, haircut, bank appointment. What else? This date is circled, but I can't read it. Attempt number 12. Potato. Some potato on bed? Not sure I'm reading that right. Okay. I'm gonna close that. Oops. What did I find? Some clues? A letter from his mama and a calendar. Meeting with John SW. So we don't know who that is. Maybe the man who came by their house?
Wow. You look like a couple out of a magazine.
Oh, they look so nice. February 14, 1948. How lovely. They got married on Valentine's Day. Wedding picture. Oh. Inspect. So he's a religious man.
Someone's been sleeping here. I should leave it as it is.
Okay. Can I clean anything else? Doesn't seem like it. We saw that. This is clean. This is the room. What is this?
Mrs.
Fernie
Cruz got her
and
personal
Weissman.
information stolen. Is Mr. Morgan behind it?
Dear Mrs. Cruz, we wish to apologize on behalf of our company for the privacy breach that occurred in September. And thank you for calling it to our attention. We are currently investigating the breach and trying to understand how this individual was able to obtain your personal information. Rest assured that we will put measures in place to make sure the situation does not repeat itself. Your privacy is and always will be one of our top priorities. Sincerely, someone, Harold Fernie and John Weissman. So there's a note here, SOS.
Who could blame you for seeking help? I'd do the same in your shoes.
There's a 5 here, 8 on W, 05. Huh.
These scribbles don't look random,
Yeah.
but I can't figure out what they mean.
Weird. Okay.
Locked.
I need a key.
It looks like the code is made up of 4 letters.
4 letters. 4 letters. Well, O and W? Let's find more. The bed? This is really fun to make. Can I see anything in here? Doesn't seem like it. Her nail polish. What is this? Ah, for her hair? I can't do anything with it. Except another lipstick.
The shade is really striking.
It's beautiful. I found a rosary, small leather bag with a rosary hanging out of it, the letter, and her lipstick. A tube of violet red lipstick in an ornate casing looks expensive. Okay. What's in there? Ooh. How
Am I
beautiful. What is
reading
this?
Right? The account's been emptied.
Her account. Wow. Why? Why would she empty her account? Or did someone steal from her? Was it her husband? And what are they reading? What is this? And this? The phone is ringing. Beth?
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Hello? Beth?
Doesn't seem like Beth.
Is that you?
Ooh. I'm gonna call reception. Can they trace back the call?
Clarington Hotel reception desk.
Beth?
Sophie?
Did you just call me?
No, I didn't.
Then who called?
What do you mean, who called?
Someone just called, and they said nothing. All I could hear was static and breathing.
Whoa. The creeporama just keeps on going, doesn't it? Hold on. Hey, Archie.
What's up?
Give me a second, Sophie.
She has all these nicknames for him.
Okay, so turns out Archie here patched a call through to 509 moments ago.
Did he recognize the
Did he
voice?
recognize the caller's voice?
You think it might have been Mr. Morgan?
Maybe.
Let me ask.
Mr. Spade.
Okay, so it was a man's voice, but he can't be sure if it was our creep.
Anything else?
Did he notice anything else?
He says he heard a faint bell in the background.
A
It
bell?
sounded like the elevator's bell, so he assumed the caller was one of our clients.
You didn't see Mr. Morgan come back to the hotel, did you?
No, I understand why you're creeped out, but I don't see how he could possibly know you're in 509. I didn't say a word to anyone.
I know you didn't.
Okay, no more calls to 509, okay?
Can you ask Andrew not to patch any calls here for a while?
Trust me, I will.
Thanks. I haven't had time to check all of 509 yet, so I better get back to it.
Oh, before you go, I have some more info for you. I was going over the details of our little mystery when I remembered something about this morning.
What is
What
it?
do you mean?
I saw Mrs. Cruz rush out of the hotel, all by her lonesome, not too long after Mr. Morgan knocked over that vase in the lobby.
Really? What time was it?
Really? Do you know what time it was exactly?
I think Mr. Morgan left around 10, so I'm guessing between then and 10:05. What?
I remember hearing a loud noise on the 5th floor right around that time. Like a door slamming really hard.
Do you think it was her?
Maybe. Did you notice anything weird about her?
You mean, other than the fact that she was walking straight into a snowstorm?
Yeah?
Well, I've only ever seen her with her husband. It seemed unusual that she'd be leaving alone. But
So she was
now that I
agitated.
think about it, maybe she was sneaking out. Or following Mr. Morgan.
Yeah.
But we're just assuming. We have no proof. Thanks for the
Hopefully
info.
I can make sense of all of this.
I'm sure you will. Call me as soon as you find something.
Okay. Thanks for the info.
We have to open that box. Is there a note in here? Yes. Okay, so I found all the pieces. Huh? A puzzle! Okay. So we can rotate the pieces. So that's a corner. Like this. And we got it. Ah.
It's some kind of code.
What?
Could I break
What does
it?
that mean? Okay. Puzzled, but not for long. I got an achievement. I solved the torn note puzzle.
I should keep an eye out for those symbols.
Let's look at it again. So, what did we find? Hector Cruz? He's her husband. They splurged on a suite. But I know not to assume that's the sign of a happy marriage, especially when someone's made up a couch bed in the living room. The tension in the room is palpable. True. Hector's mother is definitely the pushy type, judging by a letter she sent. So he works in an insurance bank in Texas. They wanted to renew their vows. Someone has been looking for Hector. And Marcella, one half of a couple staying in one of our suites. There are more than a few hints in the room that this isn't exactly the second honeymoon of her dreams. She's clearly caught up in something. Marcella has a letter from Fernian Weissman containing an apology for some kind of security breach. My mind immediately went to Mr. Morgan. Has his stalking really gone so far? Marcella has a bank account in her own name, but the last transaction she made was a withdrawal of the entirety of her savings, which is very suspicious. Does Mr. Cruz know about this account? How did she make this much money? What plans does she have that involves $5,000 in cash? So many questions. And for clues, we found a bank account statement. Those are big withdrawals. Okay. I'm on the case. The Cruzes have some kind of suitcase on their bed. It's smaller, perfectly square, and it can only be opened with a 4-letter code. So let's figure this out. She withdrew every last cent to her name. The phone rang while I was tidying up room 509. All I could hear was breathing, which was creepy. Remembering details, while we were talking on the phone, Beth remembered seeing Mrs. Cruz leave the hotel alone this morning. Right around the time Mr. Morgan made that mess in the lobby, so did he run after her? She thinks Mrs. Cruz was following Mr. Morgan. It took some digging, but I've got all the parts of the secret message now. Okay. Is there anything else I can find before I try opening this thing? There's something here. For feminine hygiene? Okay.
This looks right up Andrew's alley. I wonder if he's read this one.
So it's the same type of book that was in Mr. Morgan's room. Pills provide birth control? Development of a contraceptive pill believed to be the ultimate form of birth control. Ah, so these were the beginnings of birth control? And what is this? I can't click on it. A roller? Okay, let's close this. Nothing here. So how am I gonna solve this? A crime novel? And a newspaper article. Pills provide birth control. Okay. Ah, snoop around to find the missing symbols? Well, wait, okay. I love this. So wait, we found on the letter O equals 5 and W is 8. O5, W8. Okay, so O is 5. O. And 8 is supposed to be W. So they said it was symbols, so maybe the equal sign is S? Okay. Did I miss something here? Doesn't seem like it. Huh. Not seeing any clues either. Nothing here. Ah, there's some symbols. And there's some squiggles here as well. We had a squiggle under the T, like this. Not E, T. So this was X. 6 was U. N was this weird 1, that like crooked 1. Next, so maybe 3 is E. I'm missing something. Ah! To read. Okay, there's some other symbols here. Murder. Wait a second. Oh, these are books. So I found another clue. The reading list. So we have a line here for M. 6. Any 6 is U. P is R. Okay, I'm still missing 4 though. Next to your room? 7 could be Y. This squiggle could be H.
That yarn map Mr. Morgan has on the wall of 505. Weren't there some peculiar doodles? Symbols,
Really?
maybe?
Let's check it out. He was in room 506? 505? 505. Don't mind me. Aha! First try. I'll write that down. Anything else? Oh. We have a squiggle and a 4. I think that's all. Okay. So 4 is I. We have this squiggle H that we figured out. The note is L. 2 is A. This should be V. Yeah, V.
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
The note... What? In the vent?
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. It's me.
Hey, so how did the snooping go? Find anything?
I did. I found a message written in strange symbols. A kind of secret code.
A secret code? Well, spill the beans. What did it say?
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
In the vent? Who the hell does that?
I don't know, but whoever the message was intended for went through a lot of trouble to hide it. It was torn in 12 pieces and scattered in 3 different trash cans.
So the Cruises are keeping secrets from each other. Do you think one of them's having an affair?
At this point, I think she was... So, okay, here's my theory. I think Morgan, or Mr. Spade, is a private investigator. And she could have hired him to investigate her husband to see if her husband stole her money. That could be it. It's possible. Could be an affair. I think it's blackmail.
I don't know. It really looks like blackmail.
Blackmail? What makes you say that?
The bank account that was emptied. I need to check the vent though.
Before we delve into theories, I think I'd better go have a look at the vent that's mentioned in the message.
Yeah, good idea, Bean.
Aww.
I'm about to go on break, so if you need
I
my
like
help
Bean.
again, just ask Andrew to patch you through to the break room.
All
Okay.
right. Enjoy your break.
Oh, I will.
The vent. I got an achievement for solving the
I
puzzle.
will leave notes in the vent next to your room. But which vent?
Next to your room. What did we find? A secret message decoded. And theories. But... I don't know if it's blackmail. The vent next to your room. What vent? There's a pipe here. This? I found it.
Can't open these without a screwdriver.
Okay. Where can I find a screwdriver? The maintenance room, maybe? So, these are paintbrush. Hello? Nobody here? Switch? Where can I find a screwdriver? Wendy and Jacques?
Eugene's a pro at fixing the fuse box whenever there's a power outage.
What is this? Another puzzle. Eugene. What does it say? Bernard.
Highest
Eugene.
priority, huh? That means Eugene's probably working in Bernard's office right now.
Bernard tells me there's a cold draft coming from his window and it's turning his office into a freezer. Fixing this should be your highest priority today. She could have a thing for Bernard, for all I know.
It sounds like Eugene asked Bernard to stop opposing the construction of the new psychiatric hospital. And Bernard was Bernard.
Dear Eugene, I was unaware of your daughter's condition. I can only imagine how difficult this must be. But do not worry. You only have to look at my brother to see how rotten apples grow, even in the best of families. Seems insensitive to say something like that, no? As for your request, I'm afraid I am unable to grant it. Mr. Weston is both a good friend of mine and a benefactor of the Clarington, so it would be inappropriate for me to oppose him. Also, considering his great influence in this city, I have no doubt he'll manage to prevent the hospital's construction no matter what. Thank you for your understanding. Ew. Who's Eugene again? In charge of the hotel's maintenance. Okay. And we found... So I need a screwdriver. And I need... According to a note from Linda in the janitor's closet, fixing the broken window in Bernard's office is to be Eugene's highest priority today. Since he's not around, he must be dealing with that. He knows better than to ignore a direct order from Linda. Time to head into the lair of the beast, I suppose. Shop owners against new mental hospital. A group of downtown Montreal businessmen and shop owners met with the mayor. William Weston, manager of Weston's department store, says he and his group will fight tooth and nail to prevent the hospital's construction. Will their customers feel safe to come downtown for their shopping needs, knowing there's... Oh my gosh, that's not nice to say! The hospital would be the first of its kind in Montreal. Dr. David Blunt, the young psychiatrist behind this initiative, believes that allowing patients to maintain a connection with the outside world will facilitate their full return to society once their treatment is over.
Oh, Eugene. I had no idea.
What happened? Dear Eugene, a friend of mine has heard from her hairdresser, who's heard from her sister-in-law, who works as a secretary. that the city plans on building a new mental hospital right next to the Clarington. Imagine! Denise could get the care she needs while staying close to home. It's almost too good to be true. I don't dare get my hopes up, but still. I'll keep my ear to the ground and keep you posted as soon as I have more news, but Bernard is opposing it. Is opposing the construction. That's so insensitive to have sent this letter to Eugene.
Huh. This must be Eugene with
His
his daughter.
daughter?
He looks like a caring father.
Oh. Okay. What's in there?
Shoot. No
Screwdriver. It's not there.
What's life without a little challenge?
Well, if Eugene is in Bernard's office, where can I find a screwdriver then?
Eugene must be down in Bernard's office. I should go ask him for a screwdriver.
Let's go downstairs.
It's, Miss Belivet, isn't it?
What? Oh, Roy.
Oh, right.
He doesn't know my name?
You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
It's
Mother.
none of your business.
My mother. She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing.
Excuse
I need to know I can count on
me.
you.
I understand, sir.
What are you doing here, anyway? Are you on break?
I'm working, sir. What does that mean? This indicates a lie. I'm gonna lie to
Yes,
him.
I am.
Don't take too long.
No, I won't.
Well, don't
Beth?
you look mischievous.
I love her.
Hey, Bean. If you're planning to give Bernard a good scare, sign me up.
No, I'm looking for a screwdriver. For the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Oh, I see.
Eugene?
What the hell?
The window's open.
You'd better go and take a look. I'll stand guard by the elevator and make some noise if I see Bernard coming.
Okay, thanks. I'll be quick.
I'm gonna snoop in Bernard's office. With pleasure. Let's hurry. What is this? A screwdriver.
Let's get you to that vent. Opposing something that could help so many people just because it's close to your hotel? This is ridiculous.
What does it say? Dear Mr. Weston. They have a partnership. The Clarington Hotel and Weston's department store. Eugene said, enjoy the cold, you cold-hearted prick. Good for him. He's mean. Probably would lose his job, but... I'm gonna leave it open.
This does not look like a nice brotherly check-in. I had no idea things were this bad between Bernard and Raymond.
Dear brother, I thank you for your invaluable input. But need I remind you the terms of our agreement? I did my part. I got you out of jail. And have ensured that news of your deviant ways would not leak. Now, I expect you to keep your side of the bargain and stay out of my way. You are not in charge of the hotel anymore. I have worked relentlessly the last 2 years to return the Clarendon to its former glory, a great challenge, considering the poor state you left it in. I'm glad Father never got to see how you so shamelessly destroyed his great legacy. As for me, I will be dead too before I listen to a single word of advice from you. You ask I lower our prices, but I can tell you I plan on doing just the opposite. My guests will only be la creme de la creme. Your deviant friends can find themselves another place for their sinful debaucheries. Enjoy your retirement. How cruel! I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna lose my job, but oh well. What's in there? Why is snooping so fun? A brassiere!
Is this Linda's?
She said ew.
Ew. Is this Linda's?
Burning my eyes like that. Let's close this and open this one. A letter. Call Weston's office again. Decide winner for Employee of the Month. Won't be me. Can I find anything else here? I got the screwdriver, so...
Kinda wish I worked here when Raymond was in charge. Sounds like the hotel was very different back then.
But why did he go to jail, his brother? So Raymond, his brother, was owner of the hotel before Bernard took over. But he said he got out of jail, so what happened?
Well, just look at these distinguished gentlemen. And a young Bernard.
He seems happy. You can stay cold, Bernard.
Surely your break is over by now.
No, it's not.
I came by here not too long ago, and Andrew was already covering for you.
That's because I was in the ladies' room.
That's no excuse to...
It's my time of the month.
Get out of
You're
there.
married, aren't you? So you know how it is. I have to go more often, and sometimes I stain the furniture, and don't get me started on all the...
That's enough details. Miss Belivet, what were you
I'm here.
doing in my
I'm Miss
office?
Roy, by the way. I wasn't. Well, I wasn't. Someone left the door ajar. I'm not going to be Employee of the Month.
I was simply closing the door. Someone left it ajar.
Really? But that doesn't explain what you're doing on this floor. You know very well the cleaning staff isn't supposed to wander around the lobby for no reason.
It's true, and I'm sorry about
You
that.
wouldn't be lying to me, would you, Miss Belivet?
I would never.
No, I swear,
It's my fault. I asked her to come clean up a mess I
Not
made.
Beth covering for
Spilled
me.
coffee.
Coffee? Oh, Miss Lambert, you're not supposed to have beverages at the front desk.
Yeah, well, there are so
Give her a
many
break.
rules here. I lose track.
Come with me.
Uh-oh. I hope she's gonna be fine.
sorry.
Oh. Shouldn't have said that. I messed up while talking to Bernard. And I got Beth in trouble. Ugh.
I should move on with the investigation. Can't have Beth's sacrifice be in vain.
I owe her. Because she's been covering for me. And I got her in trouble. Miss Belivet. It's not even my name. How dare he? Let's open that vent.
Oh, I guess I'm free to disturb room 508 now.
Ah,
That's where Bernard and Linda were. Ew.
well. Ah, that's so well done. Another code. But I have all the symbols now, I think. Okay. So this is M. 3 is E. This is T. Meet me. 5 is O. This is N. 4 is I. This should be G. N. Tonight. In my room. We saw this. It's C. It's C. 2 is A. This is L. Michael? 8. What is 8? W. This is B. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
In my room, Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Who am I calling? I got Beth in trouble.
Clarrington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
It's
It's me again.
Oh, hello, Bean. Anything
Okay,
new to
she loves
report?
me. Did I get you in trouble?
Yeah, but I also wanted to thank you for saving my skin earlier.
Oh, you're welcome.
I hope I didn't get you into too much trouble.
Well, I did get a little sermon from Bernard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't fuss about it. He mainly complained about my lack of decency and
Excuse
my
me.
abrasive personality. So, the usual stuff, you know?
Beth is
He did
not
keep me in
abrasive.
there forever, though. So, tell me it was worth it. Tell me you found something good in that vent.
I did. I found another
I
secret
found
message.
another message written in secret code.
What does it say?
Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Michael? Who's that? Another husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Let me check the logbook. There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Perfect.
This is Roma's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh, Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
Could Marcella?
Yes?
No, never mind. So, what's next?
I guess I should go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
Well,
they
I
changed
could
it.
call the room to make sure no one's there.
Good idea.
Okay.
Hang on.
We don't hear anything. They're not answering. They're not there. We can go.
You've got the all clear, Bean. Head on over.
Thanks,
Great.
Beth. I'll call you back.
Okay. Venting your spleen. I got an achievement.
Looks like I'm headed to room 507.
Do not disturb. What's wrong? Okay, I thought something was wrong. So there's lipstick on here. 2 cups with lipstick. Cherry brandy. Mmm. And what is this?
Cruise, huh?
His business card.
Numbers, dates, times. What does it all mean?
What were they tracking? 1824? What is happening in this hotel? And they're smoking. Red Lion. There's nothing in here. Huh. What did I find? I found a clue.
Get to the bottom of this and find out what links these rooms together.
What did I find? One of her coffee cups. This one is stained with a violet red lipstick mark. And an orange lipstick stain. This is very precise. Okay. We found a violet lipstick in room 509. And a college picture. Mount Royal College. Some crayons. The fastest way on rails through the Midwest.
So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing.
And the kid found the letter. I hope you are well in spite of the circumstances. We've been on the train for 2 days now. It's a long ride, made even longer by the fact I cannot wait to see you again. We are scheduled to arrive in Montreal on the eve of Valentine's Day. I booked room 509. It's a marital suite. When we arrive, please refrain from talking to me until we can figure out a safe way to see each other. Why is it a secret? Say hello to Michael for me. Huh. From M. Wait a minute. Is this a secret love affair? Or maybe they met when they were in college?
Oh, Michael.
Papa.
Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you.
Oh, he's writing to his father in French. I'm sorry, but Mom asked me not to tell you the name of our hotel. She allowed me to talk about her room, though. We have 2 little beds, a radio, and even a television. Mom let me build a fort, and the maid brought us extra blankets. She's really nice. The hotel is nice too, but I miss home. I wish Mom and you could be happy, and I wish everything could go back to the way it was before, but Mom says it's impossible. She says she no longer loves you. Oh, do you think she'll ever stop loving me too? Poor kid. Oh. And the little toy car. Is there anything else I can look at? I don't think so. So what did I find? We found a clue about a postcard and Michael's letter, which was really sad. Ugh. Mr. Beaumont, Anne's husband for now. The relationship is not in a good place. And some progress. Let the snooping commence. It's a bit of a mess in room 507, but nothing out of the ordinary for a mother and child staying for such a long period of time. So they've been here a month. Where should I start investigating? There's an open suitcase lying on the bed that immediately drew my attention. If I get caught, it's going to be such a bad look. To Anne Bursey. Donald Byron. Huh. So she's removing her son from school. Why?
Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
It's an M again. Dear Anne, you were right. I miss the snow. It's so hot right now in Texas. Hector Cruz and his wife are from Texas, no? There's an M. I'm sure it's Marcella Cruz. And how are things going with your family? I'll leave for Montreal on the 8th. I cannot wait to be back. I miss finding black cat hairs all over my clothes. I miss her late night studying sessions at Harry's. I even miss Sister Miller's classes, if you can't believe it. Huh.
Aha! Keys are Snoop's best friend.
A key to what?
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Some shoes. We have a letter
So
here.
husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh.
Dear Anne, I've met with Louis and he asked me to give you this closed letter. I think I should reiterate that some of your accusations, such as wife abuse, are not grounds. Excuse me? Wife abuse are not grounds for divorce in Quebec in the 1950s? That's awful. I understand you're hurt, but I do not think antagonizing your husband is very wise at the moment. How dare he? Do not forget to be in court at 11 a.m. on the 20th. Be on time. Also, a friendly reminder that my fees for January need to be paid. Ew! Get another lawyer. Adam or Eve? Adam or Eve? Huh. Should Rose stay in a marriage that no longer makes her happy? I'm pretty sure she loves Marcella. And they agreed to meet secretly. It would make sense. What is this?
Let's find out what this key unlocks.
I think it unlocks this, but what did I find? I found so many clues. I found a school board letter from M, letter from Anne's attorney, Adam or Eve, and a cat collar, Greta. It has 2 keys. So I have to find the other one?
I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
Really?
That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505?
Ah, we didn't take it? What is this? On this summer day where I met you, she was trying to write a love letter to who?
That's so
Chère
sweet.
Sophie.
I
Aw.
didn't do much, but I'm glad it meant something to you.
Thank you so much for taking care of our room every day and bringing us extra sheets. Michael and I wanted to give you a little something before we left. Aw, that's so nice.
Those few coins in my tip jar were getting pretty lonely. They'll appreciate that look in your eyes. What does it mean? And who is this from?
What? You don't need to know my name, but you've seen me. I've recognized that look in your eyes when you checked in. You and I don't need to make a fuss about out of this. You keep your wits about you and I'll do the same. Huh. Okay. There's something on the floor here. This letter has been sent to you. Okay. I'm just gonna put new towels.
Looks like someone grew tired of
Whoa.
looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
A wedding ring? Yeah. You can throw it away? I would never. I'll clean the room.
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible.
So that's her husband? I just met your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of all that, as if you were so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. Ooh, that's a bad situation. So that's gonna be orange lipstick.
A lovely shade of lipstick.
Let's clean this. Okay. There's a stain on the wall, but I can't do anything. What's this? We have... What did we find? Keys, keys, keys. Let's get the other key. And... Ah, it's a matchbook from the White Cat, a bar downtown. Huh. Okay. So room 505, let's check it out. Why would he have the key to the other room? I don't remember where it was. So it's not this. I can throw away the gun. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, her necklace. She has the key as a necklace.
Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Huh.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really?
Really?
Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this. It sounds like I was on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot.
What was it?
Wanna guess what it is?
Affair? Affair?
Fair?
Bingo.
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess
I don't
the
think
heart wants
it's
what the heart wants.
Morgan.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs.
Yeah.
Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so
They both have a
Mrs.
key.
Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
They're having the affair. That's what I think.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
Yeah.
That's an interesting theory. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean,
Other
I
than the
did find a
keys?
letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but They could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
A candle?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't let
Aw.
you down.
So plaster. I think there was plaster at the end of the hallway.
Great. This takes
Ah.
care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Rebecca. Cold-hearted.
He's worked with us for years. He's always been loyal. Is there anything you might have said or done to anger him?
What do you think? That I deserved it?
No, of course not.
They're talking about Eugene?
That maybe from his perspective, well, oh, never mind. What are you going to do?
I'm tired. What else?
Eugene gets the
I don't know
boot?
What on earth going on today? Is it because of that goddamn snowstorm? Or was there something in the coffee this morning?
What do you mean?
Well, the whole staff's completely off. Jock leaving luggage carts everywhere. Wendy asking for a day off. Beth. Oh, don't even get me started on Beth. Oh, and that maid. What's her name? Sylvie? I never noticed how odd she is.
I'm not odd.
I like her. She's a good girl.
You know what? I should call the city. Tell them they don't need to build that new madhouse next door. There's one right here.
Oh, it's not that.
That's not nice.
I'm here, aren't I? Come here. Let me help you forget about all the burning and...
They are having an affair! That's so hypocritical of Linda. Okay. Yvette, Susan, where's Rebecca? Rebecca. The candles.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
The kitchen is out of power again. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the dark basement again. Where's your stash? It's urgent. Please, Bobby. Okay, so Bobby's the cook. The chef. So maybe the candles are in the kitchen?
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca
Yeah.
already. Sophie, you're forgetting what you came here for. The candles.
Oh, in
Better try to
Bobby's
find them
locker?
before Beth gets here. No candles, but this looks like the laundry room.
Why would he draw a map? I'm not gonna throw it away. The laundry room, where is it? Break room. It was closed before. What's in here? That's the same thing. Have you heard there's a famous movie director? Aha! It's a movie director. Who is it? I've heard he's here on a scout, but I'm not sure what it means. He's scouting for actresses or actors. Wendy?
Apologize.
I'm not the one who should be apologizing.
You're such an idiot. I can't believe that I fell in love with you.
Wait.
Oh.
What?
I want my mother's ring
Oh
back.
no!
There. I don't want it.
Oh, that's so sad. I can't do anything. So the engagement is off.
I don't always get fashion, but
Vague.
these are fun to look at when half the pages haven't been cut out. This is probably Beth's latest project. It's really cool how she has an eye for this kind of thing.
Wow.
Don't worry, gossiper. I'm coming back to you. I still haven't learned all of Gracie Jones' secrets. Gotta hold on to these tight.
Okay. So where's the laundry room? The laundry room. So where are these candles? Rebecca, the washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst. Huh. Okay.
Ooh, is this a movie script?
Screenplay by E.L.? E.L. Needs more murders. Add killer tornado? That's funny. Ah, that's the lost items, I think. Okay.
It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
What's in here? Can't open it. Okay, so where are these candles? Can I open this? Ah. Okay.
Stash uncovered. Reb, got a candle. Now,
Great.
what next?
What else is in here? Anything interesting? I don't think so. Okay. Nothing in here.
Let's see if Beth is around.
Let's find Beth. Aha!
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not.
We're gonna make a
But
mold?
hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, that's
To
next level.
start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Oh. How?
Have you done this before? You're a real pro. Now, time to put the key into the wax. Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form. Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold. All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna
I
take?
can't believe
I don't
it.
know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Aw, they're cute.
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Like making collages?
Like collages? That one's yours, right?
Yeah. I like to take fashion magazines and fix their lack of vision.
Their lack of vision?
I just think that fashion designers have been getting pretty lazy and bland lately. Don't get me wrong, my own creations are often a mess. but I like to think I'm good at editing. Putting things together to make them shine.
Oh.
I promise, underneath this terribly designed uniform, there is a girl with taste.
I have never seen you outside of work.
I believe you, but I've never actually seen you outside of work.
Oh god, that's true. Well, we have to remedy that. Now that we're solving a mystery together, we may as well grab drinks too. What do you say?
Of course, they have to. I can flirt with her. I'm gonna flirt with her. I don't know if I have the time. No, we should.
We should. I don't know why we never thought of it before.
Well, it's this place, you know? When your shift's over, you just want to forget everything about it.
Yeah,
That's true.
I know what you mean.
But some things are worth remembering.
Aww.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably
They
not.
made a mold.
Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence. If he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key.
What if it breaks in the lock?
Be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Exactly.
I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
Team building exercise. I got an achievement. Okay.
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test them out.
Room 507. I hope it doesn't break. Is it gonna break? It'd be really bad if it broke.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Please. Wait. Okay. Let's do it carefully. What is this?
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2? 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. Huh? Okay. I hope you get the letter. Try to rest today. Oh, it's the letters from when they were
Marcella
students.
invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
I mean, Lowe's could be a clue. I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today. In secret language, all I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. Dear Anne, I just heard Doris Day on the radio and made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things. Ah. Sometimes I'm scared that all this time with you was nothing but a dream. So, they've left each other for a long time. Oh, so sweet. Le temps passe si vite. Time flies. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on a relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you, but we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. Oh, that's sad. It's time for us to go our separate ways. But they never stop loving each other, it feels like. Ah. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Oh no. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my keys. Put the letters back, of course. Close this. I'm just gonna take my keys. Didn't break it. Great. And I'm gonna close this. And I'm gonna put back the key where I found it. Okay. And now, what should I do? We found... From the first one, take the first two. And from the last one, take the last two. So I'm sure if we take the first two letters of this and the last two letters of this, we'll get the code for this box. This suitcase. Now, what could it be? Unlike my favorite bar. Wasn't there a matchbook with a bar on it in the bathroom? What did it say? What was the name of it? The White Cat. So, cat? This one was black? Well, there's a cat collar. Greta. Could be the first two letters of this. Is her cat black? Okay, and then the other clue says... Her alliterative name will surely take you back. So an alliterative name is a name in which the first and last name begin with the same sound. So like Peter Parker. Could be Bridget Boswell. So Sister Miller is not an alliterative name. Doris Day. Could be this. Could be this or the name of the author. Maybe they read the same book, so could be sentimental. Okay, let's try it. So from the first one, take the first two. So her cat was Greta. So it could be GR. And Doris Day. From the last one, take the last two. So AY. There's no Y. Okay. Okay. Bridget Boswell could be LL. It's not working. It could be this, but AY is not working. Okay, so I needed to check it out, but apparently you have to take the last 2 letters of her first name. So Doris would be I-S. Okay, it works. Okay. Ah, a typewriter. What am I supposed to do?
That novelist,
Inspect?
Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Oh, really? That's why. Okay. So, if who we suspect is a detective, it would make sense he would have one of her books in his room. Or should I say Brigitte? You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date. Oh, really? She wrote a book, Our Trips to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It's been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. Ugh. For many years, I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you're well, and I am happy to see you accomplish your dream of becoming a writer. Très sincèrement. This is beautiful. It's beautiful!
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
What? Dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me. In a time of great distress, if only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael. There are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. To answer your question, I do still have her box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box. Oh. Together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. Très sincèrement, A.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Dear Marcella, thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it'd be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. I hope you'll consider it.
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Dear Marcella, I left the house, I left Louis, I couldn't take it anymore, I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? Her husband doesn't know. I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. Sincerely, A. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me. So I've registered under the name Beaumont. I'm not gonna out her. They should be able to love each other.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet. After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Yes, because she read her books without knowing. Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. Didn't the guest in room 505 spend 10 years in a psychiatric hospital? It couldn't be the same person. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Brigitte Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I had never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. But wait, I thought Lindsay was a girl. So the one I suspect is a detective wrote letters to Lindsay. And he was actually a fan. Okay, this is much better than I thought. I thought he was a creep at first. But he is a true fan. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Brigitte was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never give up. I hope you're a detective, because if not, you're a stalker. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you. Paul.
I'm glad
Dear
you
Marcella,
were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him. Oh, but he passed away, I think. And I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. Anyway, please tell me more about your life and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already, Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you.
Really?
But what for?
I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago. Before I even send my first letter, he will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I have to admit your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer. But now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain. But I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? So she hired him for what? It doesn't say. Is that all?
So, let me get this straight.
That's a
Mrs.
lot.
Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Seems
may
really
be able to
serious.
help with that.
Really?
How?
How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
Open it. Oh. I wonder what's inside. Open it.
You've opened it, right?
Me? Disregarding someone's privacy?
I mean, at this point.
I'm a bad influence on you.
Or have we been bad influences on each other? I guess we'll never know.
So, what's in it?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
Really?
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
He's a fan of Marcella.
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
Is she a celebrity or something?
Remember that Pulp Fiction I found in Paul's room? Well, she wrote it under a pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
Huh, I see. He's still kind of a creep, though. Couldn't he have stuck to fan mail? Stalking her like that? That's going too far. And why did he have those pictures of you, anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels
The thing is, he has a gun, though.
anticlimactic,
So.
but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
I'm gonna flirt with her. I really like her. And who are you behind closed doors?
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But
I like
maybe
that.
an extra snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
Wow, that could be
We
fun.
do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
Aww.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
I should throw this away. The 2 messages. Should I? Yes. What a lovely story, though. Okay, but this is their stuff. I should close that. Great. Am I done here? I think so. I think I'm done. Everything is cleaned up. What is this sound? There's blood. A lot of it. Who is that? Is it a staff member or a guest? Don't recognize him. Don't touch it!
Mr. Cruz?
Mr. Cruz.
Mr. Cruz. Oh God. Oh God. What happened? Mr. Cruz's
Hector
life
Cruz.
insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
Uh-oh.
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
What? Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting that guest's unacceptable behavior. We'll look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information. Regardless of that guest's behavior, I'm sure you will understand we're very concerned with our guest's privacy. And our staff prides itself on its discretion. Well, please contact us should that guest bother you again. What happened? Is there anything else I can...
Please let there be someone around who can help.
I should call Beth. I should call Beth right away. Or someone. He had his life insurance policy in his hand, which is weird. Oh no, absolutely not. So where did he walk from? Who's in there? There's a camera. And pearl necklace. Okay. Or earrings. I'm not going to throw anything away because I don't want to be accused of anything. Cigarettes.
I have to get the power back on.
You have to call for help. What's...
Should I hold on to this, maybe?
No, I didn't want to pick that up. I have the murder weapon on me.
The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far.
Why wouldn't you call for help? What is this? I'm walking in the blood.
Poor
My
Paul.
footprints are everywhere.
Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
Oh no. Montreal's much bigger than I expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely. That feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I couldn't understand. That would be French. I bought an English-French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel is nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past weeks has been a great distraction, but it still hurts so much every time I think about him. Oh boy, poor guy.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Still a creepy behavior. Today, I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. What is she paying him for? I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel's staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I had found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest for other people's lives. I mean, it's true, we're calling this guy a stalker, but we've been sneaking through people's things. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Who's sneaking out of their room every night? The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel. So tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera is at the ready, but there has been no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Miltone tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting, so he is a detective. Or a private eye. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
Ah, I awoke around 9:30 and I realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently, she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. Oh, that's messy. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should... Oh, there's nothing else? And what's this over there?
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
Oh, that's nice of her. To hire him? I'm aware that this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses. That's a nice deal.
Paul really got into his role.
Uh-oh. Dear Paul, I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far? You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks.
He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Oh, that's... yeah. And he didn't stop in Montreal either. Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you are taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective. You have to let go. He did not. He did not let go. Okay. But someone could have... someone could have slipped on the ice. Banged his head on the corner. That's one heck of a lens. Okay. I need to get the power running again. How, though? I may as well try fiddling with the fuse box in the janitor's closet. Where's the janitor's closet? On the other side, maybe? Or here?
Hello? Is anyone in?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hello? I need help.
I don't think anyone's here. That's so scary for her. In here? The fuse box, where is it? Oh, here? Screwdriver or ice pick? Let's take the screwdriver. I shouldn't have picked up the ice pick.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something
Oh
pointier.
no.
That worked, thank God.
Okay, well that explains why I took it.
Now, to get the power back.
Instructions.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
If there's a power outage, here's what to do. Check the fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from sockets. Tip: blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in new fuses in sockets. Make sure amperage is correct. Flick the big lever to restore power. Okay. The fuses are blackened, so should be these.
How did this end up here?
The safe combinations. So I can open the safes. Should we do that? Okay. And where are the fuses? Here.
Yes, this is what I need.
1, 2, and where's the third one?
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
Ah, here. So we have 15. Yeah. I mean, this should be 15. Type A, type A. So 15, 15. This should be 30. So it should be type G. Oops. And this one is type S. Okay. And now let's pull this. Yay. I got an achievement for that.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Okay, let's go to the lobby.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
I still have a plaster key on me, but I don't think I can do anything with it. I don't think I've forgotten any. Well, maybe.
I should be able to call from the front desk.
Okay. I have a lot of incriminating evidence on me, but let's go downstairs. The dance is over, so we could throw that away. How can I go downstairs? I move him?
I'm sorry.
I drag him.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Phone. I need a phone.
There's no power.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
And we wait?
I just have to wait for the police.
Oh my gosh. Beth?
Oh, hey you.
She doesn't
timing,
know.
right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? You're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Oh, merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint.
How do you even react to that?
Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde.
I mean, he could have slipped on
Do
the
you think
ice,
it
right?
Could have been Anne and Marcella.
I really don't think so. So I'm gonna say no.
Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them. If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
I
I
understand.
know what you mean. It's easier to put the blame on people who are different from you, even if you're wrong.
I'm glad you can see that. It makes the world a little safer to have people like you in it. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made me feel like I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At a bar called the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know Anne was caught at least once, too.
Wait,
Huh.
you know her?
No, I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and her, they're just like me.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just
Aww.
friends, Sophie.
Of course. Me too.
Yeah. I'd like that too.
That's... That's great. The police is here. Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah.
They make a great team, these two. I think the wife is going to be a
Miss Roy?
suspect, but I'm going to do my best to protect her.
Miss Roy?
If I can.
Miss Roy,
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again.
Yeah.
I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors. So I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
What is this? No, his body was blocking the doors.
Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from
I mean, we pulled him when we
Really?
wanted to...
When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Yeah.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there?
It wasn't locked.
Did you have the key?
It wasn't locked.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But the box wasn't locked.
That was lucky.
Yes. Very.
Did you go near the ice machine at any point today?
I mean... I did. I don't trust it. But I don't think we should lie. We have the ice pick on us. I did, to get an ice pick.
Yes. I did. To get an ice pick.
An ice pick? What did you need it for?
Oh, right. I was confused before. The fuse box was locked. That's why I needed the ice pick. To open it.
Miss
Why
Roy,
didn't I remember?
you do realize this isn't the time or place to be confusing details, don't you?
I was thinking about a key, but
Apart
it's
from the ice
true.
pick,
We opened it
did
with
you
the...
touch
okay.
anything near the ice machine?
Yes.
I might have touched a few things.
I
Just
put
to
my
figure out what had happened
fingerprints
to Mr. Cruz.
all over the evidence.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me.
Don't look so disgusted.
What did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
Get away from me.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Oh no. We're gonna get into it. I don't want to be caught in a lie like I did before with the lock. I've been snooping around.
I've been...
It's not a good look, but...
snooping around the guests' rooms.
Oh no.
Of course you have. Listen, I couldn't care less that you're a nosy Nelly. Most women are.
Excuse
but I need
me.
you to tell me what you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
Oh no, 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 no! I want to protect her, but I just said I've been snooping. I don't know anything about her. I
don't really know anything.
Yeah.
She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words that would come to mind.
Oh?
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont.
Which is none of your business,
sir. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear
Come on.
anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Take a stand or deny? What does that mean? Deny is saying I've never heard them speak ill? Deny.
No, I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Imagine if all of this is an accident and he just slipped and fall. I don't really know anything about him. Well, I think it should be looked into, but... Oh no! I don't trust that policeman. I don't know anything about him.
I don't know much. Only that he seems nice.
It's making me doubt all of my answers.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh?
We found out that Mr. Spade is fresh out of a madhouse.
Oh,
When we called
really?
the place, they painted quite the picture of him.
Very
Did you ever see
bizarre.
him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr.
I
Spade
do.
is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets.
But you don't know that.
So tell
Are
me,
you a doctor?
did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
He was in the army, but I've never seen him be aggressive. He has a creepy behavior, so I'm gonna deny.
I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
Don't know why you would say that.
Please leave.
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
I don't know if that went well. We think we know, but we don't know, right? We don't know what happened.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever feel like it used to?
Police line do not cross? Should I just disregard this?
It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
There's all these puddles.
Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month. Will the rest of the building even be standing?
Oh, there's a mop here.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Oh,
Hey,
are you okay?
what happened?
I'm out of a job. But other than that,
She got
yeah,
fired?
everything's just peachy.
What? No.
I did get her in
I hope you're
trouble.
luckier than I am. Come join me
Uh-oh.
when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh. The moment of truth.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in.
Yeah?
I suppose you know why you're here?
No? Not really.
I'm not sure, actually. Your
Let's play
phone call
dumb.
was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have
I have no
one's life's
empathy
work blown
for
away
you.
like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job.
Be respectful.
It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing
He's
such a
talking
horrid
about
act.
morals.
No, things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here.
Oh, yeah?
It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
Great.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should.
But he fired
We'll see
Beth.
for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
What should I do? You can't fire me because I quit. Kind of want to quit this job. He fired Beth. And Beth is the best. And I don't want to work for a guy like that. No, I quit.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Yeah. Good riddance.
Hey.
Hey.
What a week.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk. So
Yeah.
I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
Exactly.
I appreciate the solidarity, but you really didn't have to do that.
I think it's for the best.
I don't want to work for a boss like that.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel. So, I may have lost my cool a little.
Good for her.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
Wow. What's next for you?
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm
Aw,
done working under
they're so pretty.
Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course.
Maybe. That's a good idea.
I could see myself owning my own establishment. One that caters
She'd be
to the
so
right kind of
good.
crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people. Just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel.
She'd be really good
But
at, actually.
maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
It's
No,
not.
It's not.
It's
In
the
fact,
best.
You'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Oh. I'm gonna go work with Beth. Can I kiss you? Can I kiss you?
Can I?
Aw.
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
That was...
I know.
Oh, that's so sweet. And I got an achievement. What's gonna
What do you think
happen?
will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will
Oh,
sell
no.
for millions.
Is that so?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of two Appaloozas, watching over their newly acquired ranch. They'll be constantly followed by their only sheep. They'll call him Paul, for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
And live freely. Love who they want. Aww. So we're both out of jobs. But it still feels like a good ending, right? 3 conspirators charged. Oh, they were charged? Well, I tried to protect them. Oh, that's so sad. He was never able to tell him of his true feelings. No! Is there a way to save them? And Michael goes back to his father. They reopened with Bernard. I chose to quit, but now I have nothing. All's well that ends well? I mean, it's a good ending. Well, I don't know if it's good for Marcella and Anne. Is there even a way to save them? Oh, wow. I really enjoyed that. I'm not exactly sure if I got a good ending or a bad one. Is it possible to save Marcella and Anne? so they don't go to prison. That's the only thing I was unsure about. And even Paul, we don't really know it was him for sure that killed or attacked Mr. Cruz. Oh, and there's also 8 secret achievements that I haven't discovered. So there's still a lot that I don't know about this game, but I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.